tonight on Eagle Angle, we take a look at the work of our students.
The shakeups happening at the Department of Homeland Security.
And we go to John to see how the incoming cold front will affect us here on campus. All of this and more tonight on Eagle Angle. Hello and welcome to Eagle Angle. I'm Kate Rampy.
And I'm Mandolyn Skipworth. Eagle Angle is a student-produced newscast live from the campus of Oklahoma Christian University.
OC held their first celebration of excellence on Monday. For more, we go to Becca Koshorek.
Oklahoma Christian kicked off its first ever celebration of excellence on Monday. Dr. Scott Lamaskis, Dr. Stephanie Baird, and Dr. Bill Luttrell organized the day to showcase students' projects and creations in every college.
It's really great to honor all things academic that are super excellent at this institution.
So the idea is that we just take a day to kind of pause from classes in their regular format, and instead we just showcase and highlight all of this academic excellence that's happening across campus.
Through poster presentations, skill demonstrations, art showings, and musical performances, approximately 200 students got the chance to show their hard work to other students, professors, administration, and alumni.
I think this is a really good way to show off everyone's projects, especially all the seniors that have spent a year and a half or a year on their capstone project, and they get to talk with their friends and show their friends what they've been working on.
Just another good opportunity to highlight how we're doing lots of different things, and it's excellent work, but it's different, and we have to recognize all of our talents and strengths that we have across the institution.
Various alumni speakers delivered lectures to the different colleges on campus during lunch sessions. Dr. Charles L. Branch, Jr., a neurosurgeon at Wake Forest Baptist, gave the keynote address on the primacy of excellence in the Christian University and offered this thought.
Great philosopher Aristotle reminded us that excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice.
The goal is for there to be more community attendance and allow for more student participation and presentations in future years.
So it's a risk to put your work out for others to view. But man, it was so fun, and really and truly, without almost any exceptions, every person I saw said, wow, this is a great beginning, and we want to see where it goes from here. And I think where it can go from here is really a national quality day of celebration of excellence across all the disciplines.
For Eagle Angle, I'm Becca Koshorek.
There will be a free concert by the Arcadian Wild hosted at 7 p.m. on Friday, April 12th in the Forum. Tucker Fuller will be the opening act. The brew will be providing multiple drink options, and there will also be cookies available for purchase. So come out for a night of great music, quality coffee, and uplifting community.
The 2019 Choose Your K is almost here, and there's still need of volunteers. If they're looking for volunteers to help out at the event on Saturday, April the 13th. If you'd like to go help out, sign up through the link that is sent in your student announcements. As a bonus, all volunteers will receive a free event t-shirt.
Applications are still open to join the 2019-2020 Soundings team. This job will offer experience working and operating a nonprofit publication, which is always helpful for padding out a resume. If you are interested in applying, go to soundingsliterary.wordpress.com to apply. Many are wondering if there will be a public release of the full Mueller report. This was discussed on Tuesday when Attorney General Bill Barr went before a House committee and will continue Wednesday when he appears at a Senate panel. Sunland Sarfati has more on Barr's testimony.
Attorney General William Barr says the wait is almost over.
Within a week, I will be in a position to release the report to the public.
But not the version of Robert Mueller's report Democrats want.
I don't intend at this stage to send the full unredacted report to the committee.
Instead, Barr says with help from Mueller's team, he'll provide a redacted version, using color-coded explanations to extract grand jury material, classified information, and other private details. House Democrats say that's not good enough.
This is what drives the public crazy when they see something like this. This is what we have to try to avoid.
House Dems have already authorized a subpoena to get the full report.
If we don't get everything, we will issue the subpoena and go to court.
Barr defended his 4-page summary on Mueller's nearly 400-page report, saying Mueller could not establish conspiracy between Trump's campaign and Russia or make a final determination about obstruction of justice.
No collusion, no obstruction. It's over. It's done. It's over.
Well, the letter speaks for itself.
I thought it did too.
Barr's letter released only 2 days after Mueller submitted his findings on the nearly 2-year-long investigation. The AG revealed the White House was notified before his memo went to Capitol Hill last month, but he refused to say if the White House has already seen the report.
Did the White House see the report before you released your summarizing letter? Has the White House seen it since then?
I've said what I'm going to say about the report today.
Some within the Trump administration are worried that many senior national security officials may be losing their jobs. We go to Caitlin Collins for more.
Secret Service is fantastic.
President Trump pushing out the man he picked to lead the Secret Service. Sources tell CNN Trump ordered Mick Mulvaney to fire Randolph Alice, who goes by Tex and has led the Secret Service since 2017. Alice was still on the job Monday, but the White House said in a statement that he'll be leaving shortly, and President Trump has selected James M. Murray to take over in May. Why Trump dismissed Alice is still unclear. 5 days ago, after a woman carrying Chinese passports and a flash drive containing malware was accused of illegally entering his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida, Trump praised the service.
I could not be happier with Secret Service. Secret Service has done a fantastic job from day one.
But he also applauded the Mar-a-Lago employee who stopped the woman after Secret Service allowed her in.
I think that the person sitting at the front desk did a very good job.
Alice reports directly to the Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen.
I just want to thank the president,
who was also forced out Sunday after a face-to-face meeting with President Trump ended in him demanding her resignation.
I share the president's goal of securing the border. Other than that, I'm on my way to keep doing what I can for the next few days.
The shakeup comes as Trump has become increasingly frustrated with immigration, blaming Nielsen for a spike in border crossings and pushing her to reinstate the administration's zero-tolerance immigration policy, which he ended last year after backlash.
We're going to keep the families together. I didn't like the sight or the feeling of families being separated.
Sources tell CNN Stephen Miller played a critical role in ousting Nielsen, but she's not the only DHS official he wants to get rid of. Miller has also pushed Trump to dismiss the Director of Citizenship and Immigration Services, as well as the department's general counsel. But the next departure could be the acting deputy secretary. Claire Grady is technically in line to replace Nielsen when she steps down on Wednesday, but Trump announced that Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Kevin McAleenan will step in. Sources tell CNN Grady has no intention of resigning and is expected to force the administration to fire her.
A woman was arrested recently at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort and was caught carrying sophisticated electronic equipment. Brian Todd has more on the resort intruder.
Tonight, this woman, Chinese national Yujing Zhang, is behind bars in Florida, charged with infiltrating the president's private club. But it's what she had on her when she was caught by Secret Service that has national security experts concerned.
She was able to carry into Mar-a-Lago a modern-day burglar's toolkit.
Among the high-tech devices Zhang had on her, a thumb drive, a laptop, an external hard drive, and 4 cell phones. When they searched her hotel room, investigators found even more. Another cell phone, 5 SIM cards that change a phone's number, 9 USB drives, and a signal detector, a device for detecting hidden cameras. Experts say a signal detector is a device as simple as this one that can be used to scan a room for telltale radio frequencies from spy cams and bugs, which show up like this. But Christopher Costa, who runs the International Spy Museum, says a signal detector can also be concealed.
A device that you described could be built into something as simple as a notebook, where built inside the notebook there is an ability to collect from the spectrum to look for crystals in a video. And then you will know that there'll be some kind of detection capability where the person would know that, okay, there is video inside this room.
A useful device, Costa says, because cameras can be embedded virtually anywhere.
The cameras would be built into innocuous, normal-looking things such as a TV or a pinhole camera in the walls.
It's not clear if Yujing Zhang is a spy. So far, she's only been charged with lying and entering restricted grounds, and she has not entered a plea. But prosecutors said in court they are investigating a possible espionage operation. They say when the Secret Service examined the thumb drive she carried, the agent found a malicious file that began to install itself on a computer being used to test it.
Here's an example of a thumb drive that's built into the Swiss Army knife. If I simply open this up and put it in the computer, you see that it automatically begins self-executing the code that is pre-written on this device. And in this case, the code has been written to collect files on the computer and send them to a remote location.
Tonight, national security experts are asking if Mar-a-Lago could be a target for spies. The president travels with secure communications equipment and a portable skiff, a sensitive compartmented information facility, like a tent, that can be set up in a room to block eavesdropping. But President Trump has been seen conducting sensitive talks in plain view of other guests. Some guests witnessed him talk to Japanese leader Shinzo Abe in 2017 about how to respond when North Korea launched a missile. Another photo posted online that same night shows a guest posing with an aide, who the guest said held the president's nuclear launch code satchel.
I think it's extremely concerning that those types of conversations are happening in an environment like that. I also think that this is a wake-up call to the U.S. government.
This concludes your national news segment. Up next, Jonathan Cleverdon has your full weather report. Stay with us.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Jonathan Cleverdon joins us here in the studio. John, what kind of weather can we expect this week?
Well, we've got some chilly weather coming up, but let's first take a look at what it is right now. It is 88 degrees right now, so it's nice and warm, actually. It's almost 90, so that's quite warm. Cloudy and wind, so the sun's not out, so we're not getting sunburnt, but the wind's there. It feels kind of good, so not too bad. But let's take a look at what it was across the state. Across the state, we could see that in Guyman, it was 88 as well. Ponca City, 85. Miami was 87. Elk City was 84. So a lot of 80s, upper 80s around the state of Oklahoma. Very warm, very dry day. Let's take a look at what it's going to be like tonight, because this is where we're going to get into the cold weather. It's going to drop about to 44 degrees, winds coming from the south, southwest, 24 to 33 miles per hour. So we're going to have a lot of wind gusts. That cold front's coming through. It's pushing that warm front that we had for a few days out, and we just got to be prepared for that. Humidity won't be as high. It's going to be only 37%, so no chances of precipitation or anything, just a lot of cold. Let's take a look at the weekend. The weekend, we have, like I said, a cold front coming up this weekend. Starting today, it's going to be through Sunday. Just be prepared for that. We will see rain on Saturday. So pull out those rain jackets as well as the wool sweaters for the cold. And wind will be up to 11 miles per hour because it ain't Oklahoma if there's no wind. So let's take a look at the 5-day forecast, okay? The 5-day forecast, it's going to be sunny tomorrow, even though it's going to be dropping. It's going to be dropping to a high of 59 with a low of 35. So quite a drop from 88 to 59. Definitely tornado season. Be prepared for that. Friday, partly cloudy, high of 62 with a low of 44. And then into Saturday, where that rain's going to happen, it's going to be a high of 50. So we're dropping about 12 degrees with a low of 38. Then we're going to pop back up on Sunday with a high of 63 and a low of 46. Partly cloudy, but then the sun's going to come out on Monday with a sunny high of 78 and a low of 59. So basically, cold front's coming through for the weekend, but then we're going to get some warm temperatures at the start of next week. That's all I got, Kate.
Thank you, John. Coming up, we've got Brennan Spear with the full scoop in entertainment.
Stay with us.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Welcome to the Entertainment Corner. I'm your host, Brennan Spear. Now, starting us off this week, Prince Harry made some interesting comments about social media and a popular video game recently. Harry made the claim that social media is more addictive than drugs and alcohol, then stated that social media addiction is more dangerous because there are no restrictions to it and it's been normalized. Harry then said that this should be applied to the popular video game Fortnite, saying, a game like Fortnite, for instance, may not be so good for children. Parents have got their hands up. They don't know what to do about it. That game shouldn't be allowed. It's created to addict, an addiction to keep you in front of a computer for as long as possible. It's so irresponsible. At the beginning of last week, we had pranksters' favorite holiday, April Fools. Star Justin Bieber joined in on the fun, announcing that his wife, Hailey Baldwin, was pregnant. Bieber went so far as to post a picture of them seemingly in a doctor's office with what appeared to be medical professionals. Now, while most people seem to have taken the joke for what it was, there are a number of people that viewed this as extremely disrespectful towards people that suffer from miscarriages or infertility. In response to the backlash from this prank, Bieber released a statement saying, "There's always gonna be people offended. There's always gonna be people that don't take jokes well. I'm a prankster and it was April Fool's. But I will apologize anyways and take responsibility and say sorry to people who were offended." Now, of course, it wouldn't be the Entertainment Corner without PewDiePie, but this time it isn't about the ongoing battle between the YouTube giant and T-Series. This past week, a Change.org petition was made to ban PewDiePie from YouTube. Philip DeFranco explains the supposed reasoning for the petition and the reaction that it received.
The petition in question, along with mentioning his past controversies, also seems to put a lot of blame on Felix for the New Zealand shooting, saying, "In the wake of the most recent mosque shooting, I believe it is time to take action as a community and remove white supremacist content from our platform." Also saying that Felix is a creator with one of the largest platforms for white supremacist content. And the petition also seems to believe that even if Felix changed, that it wouldn't be enough. The person that started this petition saying, even if PewDiePie cleaned up his act, his comment sections are still a cesspool of white supremacist activities and commentaries. Also, I will say it's very hard right now to see how much support this petition actually has. And the reason I say that is, yes, while you have over 70,000 signatures, some of the top comments under reasons for signing include, "This petition is stupid, ban SJWs instead," "Not signing because I agree with you," "Signing to tell everyone reading this to report the petition for slander, thank you." And so it appears it's why some PewDiePie supporters have started a counter petition, urging Change.org to remove Maria Ruiz, the person who started the petition against PewDiePie. And as of recording this video, that has over 8,000 signatures.
Now that's all I got for the Entertainment Corner this week. Now we're going slightly to my left to Kate and Brandon.
Thank you, Brennan. Brandon Coons is here with us for our Eagle Angle Sports Report. Brandon?
Thank you, Kate. Welcome to your Eagle Angle Sports Report. I am Brandon Coons. Starting us off this week, the Oklahoma Christian Eagles basketball team has named their interim head coach for the 2019-2020 season. Last Friday, OC Athletic Director David Lynn announced that Kendra Talley, an former All-American for OC basketball and a former OC basketball player and assistant coach, will be the interim head coach for the Eagles. Lynn said in a statement, "Coach Talley is an outstanding young coach who brings great energy and enthusiasm to everything that he does. I look forward to watching him develop our players and the program over the next basketball season. I believe he can have passion for Oklahoma Christian in everything that he does." Talley has served on the men's basketball team since August 1st, 2017, and played with OC from 2010 to 2014. He averaged 17.5 points per game and finished his OC career with 1,333 points and is number 37 on the Oklahoma Christian all-time scoring list. The women's golf team competed in the Mustang Intercollegiate on Saturday. Number 18 ranked OC finished 6th out of 25 teams in the tournament. Junior Abigail Rigsby won her third collegiate tournament as she was the women's playoff for the win. 4 players went into a playoff after a 4-way tie of 143. In the playoff, Rigsby had a 1 under par for the winner. The Lady Eagles also played in the West Texas Desert Invitational in Arizona. Abigail Rigsby is the 4th player, and as a team, the Lady Eagles finished in 6th. The Lady Eagles will now focus on the postseason, as they will now compete in the Heartland Conference Tournament, which will start this Sunday in Horseshoe Bay, Texas. The OC Lady Eagles softball team was in action last week. The Lady Eagles played the Lubbock Christian Chaparrals at Tom Heath Field in a doubleheader last Friday and a single game on Saturday. In the first game, senior Hunter Strickland started the game off with an infield single and then scored on a wild pitch. OC was able to tie the game at 1 in the top of the 6th inning. OC loaded the bases in the bottom of the 7th, but were able to not get a run. The game then went into extra innings, and in the bottom of the 9th inning, after a walk from Breed Dunkel and a Kaylee Upton hit, grounded to the pitcher, scoring the winning run for the Eagles as they won the game 2-1. In the second game, it was all Chaparrals as they beat the Lady Eagles by a score of 4-1. Then in the third game of the series, the Lady Eagles scored a run in the first and 2 in the second as they would go on to win the game 3-2. Callie Crandall and Madison Haygood combined to limit LCU to 5 hits. The Lady Eagles are currently in first place in the Heartland Conference with a conference record of 28-7 overall. And they're playing this afternoon at St. Edwards and will be playing this weekend at home against St. Mary's on Friday and Saturday. The Lady Eagles lost the first game to St. Edwards by a score of 3-2 and are currently playing game 2 right now and are tied in the 7th inning by a score of 6-6. The OC Eagles baseball team was also in action last week. The Eagles took on the number 10 ranked Lubbock Christian Chaparrals in a 3-game series at Dobson Field. In the first game, LCU piled on the runs against the Eagles as they lost the first game 9-3. In Game 2 of the series, the Eagles rebounded as they would win the game 7-6. The Eagles put up 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. OC freshman Grant Lake hit his first collegiate home run in the game. In the final game of the series, the teams played at nearby University of Central Oklahoma Wendell Simmons Field, as Dobson Field at OC was unplayable due to the weather conditions. The Eagles' offense faltered in this game as they would lose the game 6-1. The Eagles also played yesterday at the Oklahoma Baptist Bison in Shawnee, Oklahoma. After 5 innings of play, the Eagles were down 16-9, but the Eagles' bullpen shut down the OBU Bats as the Eagles poured on the offense, outscoring the Bison 12-1 in the final 4 innings in a 21-17 win. The Eagles are currently playing right now at Dobson Field against the University of Central Oklahoma, and in the 4th inning, the score is tied at 0. The Oklahoma Christian women's and men's track team was in action last weekend at the Southwestern Christian Paul Parent Invitational. Senior Lisa Van Voren won the 400 meters with a season best time of 58.47 seconds, as well as senior Alexis Woolley had a winning throw of 133 feet and 5 inches in the discus throw. On the men's side, freshman James Olson won the javelin throw with a throw of 162 feet, 4 inches. He also won the hammer throw with a throw of 100 feet, 1 inch. Also, sophomore Ian Colbert won the 400 meters with a time of 48.81 seconds. The women's and men's track team will next compete in the KT Woodman Classic, hosted by Wichita State and Wichita, Kansas, this weekend on Friday and Saturday. This has been your Eagle Angle Sports Report. We'll be right back after these short messages. Stay tuned.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Blue Hood Stonebarns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes, the sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that... Oh.
Again?
I'm here to bring you your 3rd course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
All right, everybody. This is Harvey. He has his own Instagram account, and it's at Harvey the Malshi, because he's a Maltese and a Shih Tzu. And you should follow him on Instagram, because he's adorable. Look at him. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Eagle Angle, where it's your campus,
your news.